Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and online participants around the world, thank you for joining this webinar with us. I'm Justin, your MC today. It's an honor to be with you. The topic we're going to talk about today is the smart and sustainable city, urban mobility reimagined. To ensure the smooth running of the event, please make sure to mute your microphones. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat room. We will open the doors to explore innovative solutions and share experiences in the realm of smart transportation. And I assure you that the next hour will be filled with insights, knowledge, and opportunities. During our two sessions, we will dive into leveraging advanced technology and innovation to revolutionize urban transportation. Stay tuned as our industry experts, Ms. Becky Yao from IONEX and Mr. Yo from Master Transportation Bus, share insights in this dynamic field. Let's welcome our first speaker, Ms. Becky Yao, Commercial Project Manager from IONEX, to give us the topic of IONEX EV solution.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being online. I'm Becky from IONEX Energy. So today we will be talking about IONEX EV solutions. To start with our mission, IONEX mission is to make going electric easy for all. And there are three pillars to towards mobility electrifications. And we focuses on two wheels electric solutions. So the three pillars are, number one, of course, we need the electric vehicles. Number two, we have the infrastructure, including the batteries, including the swap station, or even including the plug-in charging infrastructure. And number three is the cloud operating system. That is the brain behind connecting all the hardware and software and managing the entire ecosystem. This is IONEX solution in a one slide show. Now, why IONEX? Number one, we offer total solutions. And this means a full range of electric scooters. So let's backtrack a bit, right? Right now, a lot of the market, much of the focus is on four-wheeled electric vehicles. However, there are a huge population, actually over 500 million of riders every day that actually uses two-wheeled motorcycles or scooters as their daily mode of transportation. Whether that's Southeast Asia, whether that's Asia, including Taiwan, or actually in Europe and some part of North America as well. So there are a lot of places, a lot of public that are using two-wheel transportation as the major mode of transportation. This is what sparks IONEX interest in this market. So as a hardware, we offer a full range of electric scooters. We also have superior battery. This is kind of the heart of an electric vehicle. And what's most fun is we have a modular and expendable energy station, as we call it. Or in other words, it's called battery swapping station. So what this does is, normally when you think of charging an electric vehicle, you're thinking about plugging in and waiting for whether that's 30 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, or even 8 hours overnight charging. But when it comes to electric scooter, because of the advantage of being small and the battery is designed to be compact and actually very liftable, we designed this energy swapping station that can be, number one, installed just on any wall next to a corner. Or it could be a standalone station that you installed in bigger, more traffic location. So we have modular energy station, which we call swap point and mega station. Now look at all these locations it actually is already installed in. So from your neighborhood retail store to your post office or to the motorcycle shop. Even high traffic areas such as shopping mall, destination attraction, metro station, gas station, and even factory sites. All these, we have the correct solution of energy station to be installed at these locations. Now that's the hardware part. So, and electric vehicles, batteries, and energy stations. And of course, to make this total solution complete is the interaction with the user and the vehicle owners. So we actually have a software app that allows the user to see details such as nearby energy stations, track their monthly energy usage, or even directly pay through our app. So think of this as your tracking your gasoline mileage every month. So this is done very seamlessly through the app. So nowadays, everyone drives a car and everyone rides motorcycles. You basically know all your gas station in your neighborhood. But as we roll out this new system, new infrastructure, which we call energy station, initially you need to know where are the nearest energy station next to where I am, next to my house, next to my work office. This is when our app comes in. We also have a very specific application for rental customers. So this is a unique solution which we call ATR, Automated Transport Rental. So think of this as a 24/7 vehicle rental station. So you no longer need to be tied to the rental store's business hour, but we have a 24/7 auto rental station that whether as a tourist, as a city dwellers, you come to the station, activate the app, you can start and rent the scooter right off the bat. Automated rental, we offer app-controlled keyless vehicle control, and of course, at the end, integrated with a payment system. So we allow rental operator, to go fully digital and offer a 24/7 service. Now on the back end, of course, we have a back office management system. This essentially, you can delve into the information such as peak usage location, peak usage time, usage behavior trend for tracking when user go and swap, and this help you decide your operations, such as whether I need to install more energy station at the hotspot. Carbon emission savings can be calculated on the back end as well. And of course, a real easy dashboard view of all the energy station status. A live management system is the full solution. Now let's go into some of the experience of charging, which some of you might have not seen what a swap station is. So number one, our full solution offers not only charging, but also swapping, right? There are two different types of charging. It could be home charging, you charge directly to the vehicle, or you can charge to the battery through a battery dock. That's the standard way of charging. But our solution is unique in the way that we offer on-the-go swapping. Basically, the batteries inside a motorcycle or the scooter is removable and can be simply placed into the energy station. And within 20 seconds, you get your new batteries and off you go. Now I'm going to play a short video. So as you ride to the station, remove your battery, insert into the energy station, and off you get a new one, pop it back in, and off you go. As simple as that. And we have model with one battery and two battery for different range and needs of the consumers. So talking about user experience, which is the central of our entire design and technology, right? We make it that the entire experience of battery swapping is simple. There's no scanning required. There's no door required to open and unlock and close. There's no cable that's losing around, causing danger. And of course, there's no wait time. Essentially, the entire battery swapping system is designed to be efficient, simple, safe, and instant recharge. Now let's go into some of the application where we actually deploy and partner with the solutions. Number one, we actually work with many delivery fleet, whether it's food delivery, e-commerce delivery, or even postal fleet. So the government form of delivery fleet is a postal office, or even logistic fleet as well. So we actually collaborate with Grab, which is the largest delivery fleet in Southeast Asia. So we collaborate with Grab and already launched 500 vehicle within the Grab's fleet. So this is helping business customers to transform their traditionally ICE, we call it combustion engine or gasoline vehicle, into an electric fleet in line with government mandate and in line with the corporate CSR strategy. We also work with various delivery company within Taiwan as well to also help them transform a portion of their fleet to become electric. We also directly work with Taipei City Municipal Police Department, offering them patrol fleet. So as you see, whether it's police department, parking enforcement riders, or even the private sector patrolling fleet, or even campus patrol, these are all current and even future potential places in your country that can adopt the electric fleet. Now on to service fleet, of course. In Taiwan, we actually have a lot of factory fleet or telecom service fleet that are always on the road, and they're currently riding ICE motorcycle, but they are with the government mandate transforming into more and more electric fleet as well. Also rental and sharing. So very common and actually also unique to Taiwan as well. There are major sharing company offering sharing fleet just deploy around cities in Taiwan. So we collaborate with iRent, we collaborate with Wemo, and even our own ATR service that's on the Torres Island. So on-demand sharing fleet are going electric. In some Southeast Asian country, motorcycle taxi that's currently ICE motorcycle are going electric, or even public transit extension as well. This is a very unique case as well. So we collaborate with government, city government, to deploy ATR rental station just outside their metro exit. So what this does is, as a travelers, you come to a city, you come off the metro, usually that's not where your final destination is. So with this service, as you come off the metro, you can reserve a motorcycle and automatically rent it right to where you want, meet your friend, go eat dinner, come back and return it. As simple as that, and extend the public transit system by simply deploying a ATR fleet. All in all, actually, consumer is our biggest market right now in Taiwan. So with over near 15% of the entire motorcycle population now has converted to electric. So consumer is our largest base. Whether you're doing it for daily commute, your fleet is for personal use or even household use, electric fleet is becoming the trend and the major stream of mobility. And last but not least, with energy station deployed at every corner or even potentially be a coexist with a gasoline station, we are talking about there's a full-blown energy citywide infrastructure that can actually have a lot of future and smart features as well. So energy infrastructure can be potentially combined with green energy. It can actually provide energy to street light. There's actually many talks into combining with city camera system as well. So with the energy and the entire energy network, you're seeing more and more opportunities and more collaboration between the public sector and the private sector to delve into this whole growth together. Whether we call it smart city, what we call it green city, or how to make sure public and private sector both commit to ESG and fulfill the government mandate. So in a very short introduction, this is kind of IONEX EV solution, as we call it, from the product side to the experience to where we have launched and partnered with so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Becky Yao, for sharing your valuable experience and presentation. Continuing with our next session, we would like to welcome Mr. Lucky You, Vice President of the Overseas Business Division from Master Transportation Bus, to share on the topic of e-mobility, green, and smart cities with us.
Thank you very much, Justin. I'm Lucky from Master Transportation Bus Manufacturing. Today, I'm very happy to have you here, and let me have a short introduction of our company, our products, and also green and smart cities. So my today's presentation will be divided into 5 parts. And the first I'm going to talk about is that every country in the world right now is talking about net zero emission, and each country have set out a target year to reach net zero emission. Take Taiwan, for example, is 2050. But besides net zero emission, what advantage or what pros can our customers get or our partners get from transferring diesel buses into electric buses? The first very important point is that the energy cost saving, because we have done many surveys all over the world, and the average energy cost saving from using diesel energy into electricity energy is more than 60%. And even there are some countries that reach 90% of the energy cost saving from using the electric buses. And also the maintenance cost, in average, the maintenance cost can save more than 50%. And the last one is carbon credits, because right now the EU is going to have the carbon tax started from 2026. So many company or many manufacturers, they need a carbon credit. And take Taiwan, for example. The Taiwan's energy price for diesel oil is $0.87 US per liter, but the electricity price is only $0.11 US per kilowatt hours. So by calculating if buses run 220 kilometers every day by 12 years, the diesel bus will have more than 0.37 million of the US dollars, but by using the electricity, it's only 105,000 US dollars. So the energy cost saving is more than 70%. This is a huge cost saving for the fleet operators. And next, I'm going to introduce our group. Master Transportation is actually not only a bus manufacturer. We have bus manufacturer, operator, parts supplier, maintenance, and also power supply, which is charging machine, inside our group, and as well as with our partners. Master ourselves have produced more than 7,000 units of buses, includes diesel buses and electric buses. And the buses we have manufactured have operated over 6 billion kilometers on the way, which means we have the experience to design, manufacture, and also maintain the buses. And the second point is we have our own operators, which have more than 70 years of operation experience and over 1,200 scheduled buses running on the road every day. This is very important because we are the manufacturer and also the operators. So back to 7 years ago, when we started to design our own electric buses, we keep collecting the requirement from our own operators to make sure the electric buses we manufacture meet all the requirement from the operators. And of course, we have our individual entity for power supply and maintenance to make sure the after-sales service is all complete and no problem to our operators. So we keep saying to our partners and customers, we're not only selling a vehicle, a electric bus to you, we're providing a total solution. And in this slide, there are several electric bus model we currently have. The first one is 12 meter with 3 doors city e-bus, and also 12 meter with 2 doors and 9 meter with 1 doors. And the last one is that in this year we have launched our very first model of electric intercity coach, which is also the first e-coach in Taiwan. And you may think that why our battery capacity is very low compared to the other bus operators. That's because we adopt the fast charging technology, which allow us to recharge our battery from 20 to 80% within 15 minutes, and also maximize our daily mileage up to 500 kilometers for city bus and almost 1,000 kilometers for intercity coach. And our electric buses have been running in 7 different cities in Taiwan with a total amount of 350 units for more than 3.5 years. And these are the intelligent transportation system we have equipped inside our buses. And you can see this fleet management system. This is a very important feature because right now we can simply use our laptop or a cell phone to monitor the real-time location of each single buses, and even the temperature voltage of the battery, of the motor, to make sure the safety of the vehicle. And also we have equipped with driver drowsiness and attention warning and alcohol interlock devices to make sure the safety of our passenger in the vehicle point of view or driver point of view. And we all know that the most important components inside a e-vehicle or electric bus is a battery. So different from the common use LFP battery material or NMC battery material, Master adopts the LTO battery. The battery cell is from Japan, and we do our own battery pack. This LTO battery material hasn't caused any accident for more than 10 years. So this is the first reason we choose to use this LTO battery, even though it's much expensive and much heavy compared to the other. But we believe if there is no safety, there is no electric vehicle, especially in public transportation. And besides safety, this battery also has a very long life cycle. Traditional battery material, it can only be used like 4 to 5 years, and it depreciates into under 80% of the health of the battery. But as for our LTO battery, we can use the battery inside the vehicle as a power battery for more than 12 years. And after the retirement, the battery can be used for energy storage battery for the other 10 years, which maximize the lifespan of the battery and reduce the battery waste. As you can see, we import the battery cell and module from Japan Toshiba, and we equip with our own software like battery management system or vehicle control unit, and do our own battery pack, which allow our battery be used as a power battery for more than 12 years and as an energy storage battery for another 12 years. And the next slide I'm going to introduce is the project we're doing right now with our partners in Bangkok. Our partners is trying to convert the diesel buses in 3 routes into electric buses, from Royong City to Pattaya, Royong to Bangkok City, and also Royong to Bangkok Airport. So we do the analysis and simulation for them. What happened if all the buses converted into our fast charging bus and the slow charging standard bus? And I'll take the Royong City to Bangkok Airport, this route for example. This slide shows what if the diesel buses converted into the slow charging e-bus? The buses can directly run to the destination, but after arrive to the destination, it takes more than 3.5 hours to recharge it, and it can be operated again. So the maximum daily shift for one single buses is 2.5 trips. And also, after the last shift, after charging, the time is already 2 a.m. in the morning. And this slide shows what happened if these routes, all the diesel buses converted into master fast charging e-bus. As you can see, we have to charge our vehicle between the starting point and the destination, but it only takes few minutes to recharge it. So after 1 day operation, our maximum shift for one single buses can reach 3.5 trips. And after the last shift, after charging, it's only 12. It's not even reached 12:30 a.m. in the morning, which means by using our fast charging electric buses, we can reduce the total fleet amount compared to slow charging e-bus. And also, after the last shift, after charging, it's more than 1.5 earlier than slow charging. And the operators can save the overwork salary by this. So in conclusion, after analyzing 3 routes, by using our fast charging e-bus, we only need 30 units of the vehicle. But by using the slow charging e-bus, they need 44 units of the vehicle to fulfill the service which the diesel buses provided right now. And not only the vehicle itself, because the slow charging e-bus, it takes 6 or even 8 hours to recharge it. So they have to buy one charging machine for one single unit of the e-bus. So they also need 44 units of the charger. But as for ours, one set of our charger can support more than 5 or even 6 units of the vehicle, which means we only need 5 sets of the charger to fulfill 30 units of the fleet amount. And after our calculation, we found out that we can save 30% of the land space by using our fast charging, and also we need less power supply. And this slide shows the total cost of ownership by using standard, which means slow charging e-bus, and our fast charging e-bus. The cost of 12 years, the conclusion is that we can save more than 30% of the total cost of ownership. And the last slide, last part is solution for overseas market. So our electric bus, our product is only a core, but we provide multiple services, and we are very flexible to do any kind of business related to electric buses. Take production point of view. We're not only selling the whole complete buses, we can also provide the SDA, which means self-driver way, the chassis with powertrain system, and also semi-knocked out parts, complete knocked out parts to our partners. And also, we are more than willing to provide our system like battery management system, vehicle control unit, which are developed and designed by our own engineers. And of course, spare parts after sales, we can do all the training, provide all the technical information and the guidebook to our customers. And the last one is all the intelligent transportation system inside the vehicle, including the back-end fleet management system. And that's all for today's introduction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lucky Yo, for your informative presentation. We truly appreciate the depth of knowledge and expertise you brought to the session. Now is the panel session and QA. If you have any questions for our speakers, please type them into the chat room. And let's welcome Mr. Sam from Smart City Summit Expo to be the host of this session. Mr. Sam, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Justin. My name is Sam from Taipei Computer Association. And following an insightful sharing by Becky from IONEX and Lucky from Master Transportation Bus, I believe that aligned with the Taiwanese governmental policy, with one of the main focus is the EVs, so which would be the crucial in achieving the goal of net zero. So it actually appears that EV is one of the most promising in emerging markets in Taiwan and also for the globe. So your efforts in promoting the widespread adoption of EVs are of utmost importance in this journey. My first question is I would like to know, how do you leverage advanced technology and innovation to provide these unique solutions? So I would like to first invite Becky to share your thought with us.
Sure. So I guess I would answer, advanced technology comes in many form and shape, but I think at the core of our solution is always user experience. That's why when we think of how or what would happen if user faced certain situations. So user experience, including the full onboarding to the usage, to the swapping, to the tracking of all their energy usage. So user experience at the heart of our technologies. And when it connects to mobility or urban transportation, it's the full system solution. So why not only do we work with partner, we also operate Taiwan, our home market, Taiwan locally. So we know what our operator is looking for. We know what the user is looking for. And when we expand overseas, these are the core knowledge that we can transfer to our partners. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And now I would like to invite Lucky. Could you also provide your insights as well?
Sure. Thank you very much, Sam. As for master our electric buses, I think one of the biggest difference is our charging strategy. Like I mentioned, we only takes 15 minutes to recharge our buses from 20 to 80%. And the average time we charge our bus in Taipei, it's around 6.5 minutes. So one of the biggest difficulty that we are talking to the bus operator overall is that they don't want to change their currently operation strategy or concept. So what we provide is that your charging time equals to your refueling time. And you don't have to find a bigger parking lot or a bigger depot because you have to install all the charging machine. We only need one set of charger for 5 to 6 units of buses. So our operators don't have to change anything, either their refueling into recharging, and also they don't have to change their parking space. So I think our solution is like the easiest way for the operator or even the city, the country, to converting their diesel bus public transportation into the electric one. Thank you.
Thank you. And I do believe that the communication and integration with various sectors are not only essential, but also the challenge in implementing these innovation solutions. And before we dive into the second questions, I noticed that we have online, they have a question that what happens when there are no energy network that exists? I think this question can fit for both companies. Maybe this time we can start with Lucky as well.
Oh, yes, this is a very critical question because right now we're trying to reach many of the country, and of course some of them they are not very well developed on their energy supply. So this it must work with the local government because the public transportation is not only a private business, it's like a service that government have to provide to the citizens. So when we're going to some country that are not very well developed power supply, we will start at a pilot project that, which means make their like capital city and 1 to 3 main routes as a pilot, but they have to be in charge of the power supply because if there is no stable power supply, there will be no good public transportation service. But of course, we will suggest that besides developing a good power supply system, also they can equip with some energy storage cabin near the station. It's to in case that if the power shut down, they still can use the energy storage cabin to provide the power to the buses and keep the buses on schedule to service the citizens. Thank you.
And hello, everyone. My name is Nicole from the Taipei Computer Association, and it is my absolute pleasure to be your moderator for today's discussion. And the growing popularity of EVs, both in Taiwan and globally, underscores the importance of your dedication to promoting their adoption. And your commitment is what propels us toward a more sustainable future. So maybe we can go to the next question. I think the next question, can you share a successful overseas collaboration case your company has been involved in? I believe both of your presentation have already talked about your experiences in such successful stories. So maybe I would ask Victor to share with us about maybe your experience, Master Transportation's experience in terms of their collaboration, like maybe share some of your ideas about what we need to note in terms of these type of collaboration.
Okay, so for Master right now, we have a lot of overseas project ongoing right now, including like for example, Japan or the Latin America, and maybe United States. And when we are doing all these projects, for my experience, that I will have to say is that most of the customers or even bus operator, they're still choosing the electric bus by how many battery capacity the bus have, because most of people will think that the more battery capacity, then I can run for more mileage per charge. But it's actually not how to say it. Okay, so if you carrying like 400 kilowatt hour, even 600 kilowatt hour of battery capacity in a bus, it's actually increased a lot of weight of your vehicle. Then your efficiency will be a lot worse than electric bus carrying with like 200 kilowatt hours. So it's hard to tell customers that although we are carrying less battery capacity in our fast charging buses, but with our fast charging solution, we can still run more daily mileage than the standard charging buses. It's not the battery capacity is not the point for choosing a slow charging or fast charging, or choosing even an electric vehicle. So that is a difficulty that I can share to you. We have to re-education all these customers to see a different way from choosing all these electric bus. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Victor. So it's really about their ideas, how their ideas are different from what we know in these EV areas, and like you said, about re-educate your customers about what is more efficient. So thank you for that. What about Becky? Do you have any experiences in terms of overseas collaborations that you'd like to share with us?
Sure. We actually currently already deployed our system in Indonesia, so in Jakarta City, also in Sweden as well, and soon to be in Thailand. So actually in Indonesia, we work with Grab, which is the largest delivery fleet for food delivery, very similar to Uber Eats or Foodpanda, as some of you may know. So Grab not only deliver food, they deliver parcel, they also deliver people as motorcycle taxi. So right now in Jakarta, about 500 fleets that they own and operate are now fully electric and using the IONEX system around Jakarta City. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for your sharing. That is very impressive. Let's moving on to questions from our audience. So Gabby has asked,
Yes.
what would your action be if the battery shuts down during the mid-trip? I think this is kind of a practical question that might or might not happen in the EV scene. So maybe I would like to ask Becky, especially when it's about your customers, maybe they forgot to swap the batteries. What type of services do you provide?
So very similar to gasoline vehicle, there will be some sort of roadside assistance. So there will be operators in the region. So they do need to contact whether via a customer service line, and operator will assist them in terms of providing a replacement battery. That's currently what we're doing in various countries.
I see. Thank you. Yeah, that's definitely the whole package in terms of customer service, I believe. So what about Victor? I think it's a little bit different for mass transportation because it's like a bus, and especially if they're running a little bit long term, like a longer range than scooters. What would happen if the battery shuts down during its trip?
Yeah, it will be a really big issue. So during operation, we will really trying to avoid this kind of situation. So when the operator comes to us to purchase the electric bus, we will do a driver training first, right? So we will tell them every time when you come back to the depot, you have to do a fast recharge because we can charge within 15 minutes. For our experience in New Taipei City, there are 3 roads in that depot, and we all charge less than 10 minutes. So it's not a big deal for the driver to do that. They can just plug in and just go have a cigarette. Maybe they can go have a, I don't know, go to the toilet. Yeah, after 15 minutes, they come back, take their bus, and they can just go for another run. And for another, on the other hand, is that most of the routes in the city is not more, it's not more than 20 kilometers or even 30. So it is totally, how to say, so when our bus is fully charged and then go operate, it can fully cover the range or the mileage of that road. So yeah, we're trying to avoid that. But if our bus really shut down on the road, we still have our after sales company, like I just mentioned, the Emma vehicle. Yeah, so just give them a call and they will be right there. Yeah.
Thank you, Victor. It's really about lowering the possibility of that type of accident happens, I see.
And now I've noticed that we have more questions from our audience online. And this question, I think, addressed to Mr. Lucky.
Okay, I think I'll answer Mr. Stefan's question first. Actually, right now our buses are all equipped with break-in charging technology, which means our buses will charge the battery itself when braking. And the second one is solar panel. Actually, we have discussed internally in install the solar panel on the roof of the buses like 3 years ago, but this idea was denied by that time because the first one is that the uh, the electricity that the buses need is very huge, so it doesn't help a lot by installing the solar panel on the roof. And the second one is even though the electric buses has less vibration compared to the diesel buses, but there is still some bad road condition or something that will easily harm the solar panel. But in 2 months ago, there are one supplier that reaching us, and we are now evaluating if their solar panel is qualified enough to install our buses, but it's still under discussion. And the second question I'll answer to Mr. Bernard. Our project in Thailand, there are like two different models. Of course, the main one is the intercity coach, because as you can see, the three routes I just showed you is it's between city to city, so and it takes hours. So we will launch our electricity coach there with the 4 seats without the standing. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
So I think I received a question from one of our audience. So Victor, you have mentioned that you have been operated, the master transportation be operated in the U.S. Can you maybe provide a little bit more information about the practices that you have in the USA, and in which city specifically, and maybe talk about how many buses that you have in a fleet?
Okay, so I mentioned that we have some project in the state, but it's not actually have a fleet, but some pilot project. But all those pilot project is now it's kind of confidential, but I will say one is in Illinois, the state of Illinois, and another will be the state of Texas. Yeah, and that's all I can say right now. So
understandable. That's definitely understandable. So Illinois and Texas. That's really impressive. I think that's all the questions that we have for today's panel discussion. Thank you, Becky and Victor, for your very elaborated answers and to have such a wonderful discussion. So now I would like to return the floor to Justin, and he can take you on a journey on how the audience can connect with IONEX and Master Transportation in 2024 Smart City Summit Expo. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, and for speakers for fostering further discussions. Before we conclude the event, I will give you a brief introduction on Smart City Summit and Expo, where you can meet IONEX and Master Transportation in person, and also explore more potential working partners around the world. Before we dive into the expo, I should introduce our organization, Taipei Computer Association, or TCA for short. Founded almost 50 years ago, TCA is now the largest industry association in Taiwan, with more than 4,000 corporate members. TCA is also the organizer of some of the most notable tech shows in Asia, such as Computex, Innovex, and Taipei Game Show. And for us, the Smart City promotion team, we have dedicated to promote the concepts of smart cities across public and private sectors for the past 10 years, most notably through our fast and growing event, Smart City Summit and Expo. Smart City Summit and Expo, or as we call it, SCSE, is a business-to-business oriented solution providing trade show, offering cross-industry networking opportunities to government and businesses, and has now become the largest smart city exhibition in the world. To build an expo this huge, it is important to keep the diverse variety of elements in smart cities field. Focusing on the theme of twin transformation of digital and green, SCSE explores smart city solutions combining 5G, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things across various industries, including healthcare, transportation, net zero, and more. To cover these sectors, the exhibition is built around three key foundations, which are exhibitions, forums, and networking events. By combining these fundamental activities, we aim to ensure plentiful experiences for all participants. For exhibitions, we work closely with domain experts from each industry. By collaborating with the National Development Council, Ministry of Transportation and Communications, Institutes for Information Industry, we held these co-located expos that are focusing on areas such as Smart Health Care Expo, Intelligent Transportation System Expo, Smart Startups Program, and many more. With all the co-located expos, Net Zero City Expo is the most important of all. Launched for the first time this year, it was a direct response to the global demand of achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Aligned with the objectives set by Taiwanese government, this expo serves as a platform to showcase the vision and policies related to net zero initiatives. It brings various ministries and ESG corporations together and their efforts toward accomplish a sustainable future. Continuing to our conference and forums, one of the highlights is certainly the Net Zero City Leaders Summit. It gathers city leaders from across the globe to discuss on smart city and net zero initiatives. We had over 360 cities leaders participated this year, so it certainly reflected the importance and influence of this summit. Over the years, this summit has played an important role in bringing SCSE to one of the most wide-ranging government-to-government networking platforms. Started from 2016, a total of 400 cities have participated in this summit, making it a global scale event for sure. We also host conferences focusing on the most relevant and trending topics. For example, the World Telecom Smart City Conference and the World System Integrator Conference attract industry professionals worldwide to exchange their experiences and insights every single year. Other than these, we also hold forums dedicated to their specific domains, such as healthcare, transportation, sustainability, and more, to serve as platforms to showcase the latest information to their fields. And now on global networking. What sets us apart from other trade shows is our commitment to our networking events of all forms, including one-on-one meetings, group matchmaking, real-site demo tours, and more. This year alone, we assisted over 500 matchmaking sessions for over 300 companies, making SCSE a top-notch global networking platform. Here we present you the turnouts in numbers. Smart City Summit and Expo truly marked a great milestone in year 2023 as we celebrate its 10th anniversary. We witnesses over 130,000 attendees visiting nearly 2,000 booths from 550 exhibitors from across the globe. As the numbers speak for themselves, SCSE surely holds the position as the leading platform for smart cities. The importance of SCSE is apparent, as over 1,500 international delegates from well-known associations and organizations actively taking part in the trade show. We also witnessed the collaborations between cities at SCSE, including signing ceremonies between Taipei and Kiev and between Taoyuan and Brno. Other than that, we also saw the collaborations between associations worldwide. These engagements really play a crucial role in forging stronger international connections. As SCSE continues to grow, our list of partners and co-organizers expands with it. Throughout the past decade, we worked with strong allies and gained the support of city governments, as well as leading associations from various fields. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, explore, network, promote. SCSE serves as the gateway for you to explore the market in Asia Pacific region and beyond, and provides opportunities to build connections and possibilities for cross-domain collaborations. For year 2024, we provide various ways to get involved in Smart City Summit and Expo. Whether it is participating as an exhibitor, speaker, or part of a visiting delegation, we have you covered. Each different packages are tailored to meet the specific needs of each participant. With that in mind, we extend a warm invitation to city leaders, representatives, domain experts, startups, system integrators, telecom operators, and all stakeholders in smart cities industry to join us at the 2024 Smart City Summit and Expo. You are welcome to join us and learn more by scanning the QR code on the right. And for those that would like to visit IONEX and Master Transportation Bus in person at SCSE 2024, please contact us directly, as we will provide accommodation support for you. And I would also like to take this opportunity to share with you on our next webinar, sharing case studies of 5G private network applications. It will be held on December 14th via WebEx meeting. You may register now by scanning the QR code shown on this slide. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us today. And I would like to also extend our appreciation to our speakers, Ms. Becky Yao from IONEX and Mr. Victor Huang from Master Transportation Bus. We hope these sessions inspire new ideas about smart transportation. And through mutual engagement, learning, and connection, we are collectively shaping the future of smart cities. See you all next time. Thanks.